Hello, everyone. It's Bob McCraney with This Month in Realty, and I cannot count today. Today, I'm happy to have back Heather Witte. Heather is a real estate broker with the Witte Group, eXp Realty. She serves the Austin and Georgetown area of Texas. Heather, take it away. Tell us about the market in Austin and Georgetown.
Hi, Bob. Good to be back. So we're seeing some things change around a little bit here in the Austin area. We had, as everyone knows, it just went crazy at the beginning of the year. We're starting to see things level out a little bit. We're seeing more inventory hit the market. We're seeing properties sit on the market a little longer if they have not been marketed properly. I know for a while people were like, hey, let's not do a darn thing to the house and just throw it out there on the market, and let's take pictures, with our cell phones with our thumb over the lens, and who cares because it's going to sell. You're not seeing that in a lot of areas now. Yes, there are still some areas of town that are so hot, it doesn't matter what you do, you could light it on fire and it would still sell, but that's just very few and far between now. We're not seeing the crazy that we saw at the beginning of the year. So things are starting to level off a little bit.
Okay, excellent. So what's your prediction for the fall market?
Well, that's kind of an interesting question, because we are noticing, and I've heard this from several realtor friends of mine across the country, our market this year is feeling a lot more like it did back pre-pandemic in 2019, whereas we're feeling some seasonality in our market. Last year, everyone was trapped at home, and so people that were moving, and it didn't matter when they moved because everything was shut down. So it was just kind of this level sort of, it didn't matter what month it was, sales season, right? Well, in normal years, like pre-pandemic, we would have seasons to our market. Whereas if you were planning on selling here in the Austin area, we would tell you, you better get that house on the market and have it under contract, preferably prior to school letting out, because everyone grabs their kids and disappears and the market kind of cools down a bit. Right. And we felt that this year. We felt that really, really strongly this year, actually, because, people are getting vaccinated. And so they felt comfortable going on vacation. Kids are going to be going back to the classrooms here in Texas. And so, they wanted to take their kids on vacation, and they did. Right. Everyone left. So we're feeling that seasonality. So when it comes to the fall, we're expecting some of the same, right? We're expecting, parents to get back into that school mode and things to slow down a little bit when school starts again. And then we've always historically had another bump in our season, oddly enough, around Christmas break. Reason being is that if people are going to be moving for jobs, they'll typically try to do it when the kids aren't in school to, not have them move mid-semester. So we're kind of expecting to possibly see that again this year. Interesting.
Okay. Good information there. So tell me how forbearance is impacting your market.
That's a great question. So, it hasn't really hit us too hard yet. So let's say you chose to opt into forbearance, let's say September of 2020. Okay, so you had the 6 months, and let's say you chose to extend for another 6 months. Well, that means your forbearance period is coming up here in September, right? And so what we're hearing from some of our attorney friends is that they're getting requests to help people stop the foreclosure process. So people are anticipating not being able to deal with the repayment once their forbearance ends. So what I'm hoping people know to do is ask questions. Call me, call your favorite realtor. Everyone knows one. Just pick up the phone and call them and ask them a question. What do I do? What are my options? Because you do have options. If you chose the forbearance route, that's perfectly fine, but you've got several options. One of them being, don't just hand the keys back over to the bank and let the bank reap the benefits of all the equity you've built up in your home. With our crazy market and those prices having been pushed up so high, you've built equity in your home, even if you were in forbearance and not making your payments. You have equity. Keep that equity. Worst case scenario, don't give it to the bank. Worst case scenario, let's sell your house. You can pocket that money. Exactly. That's worst case scenario. There are other options as well.
Excellent advice. That's excellent advice. Good job. So how would somebody contact you?
Well, the best way is to call me or text me 512-994-4663.
Okay, I'm going to drop all your contact information below. Will you come back next time?
I will.
Okay, everybody, this has been This Month in Realty. Tune in next month to hear more from Heather and other real estate experts around the United States and Canada. Take care.
Thanks, Bob.